Hello, this is Gary the Scholar Gentleman here. Just wanted to do a book report. I don't want to call them a book review because what do I know? Willie is over there. You can probably see him. Where is he? Come on. There we go. He's having a nice little bath before he probably takes yet another nap. Anyway, Ian Rob Wright, The Spread. It's about 1,000-page novel divided into 6 parts. The first one is called The Hill, and then we go from there. I got the first the first novella free off of freebooksy.com. If you have a chance, go to freebooksy because they're always giving away free books for promotion or their e-version of remaindered books. I read the first the whole concept is this. A bunch of lads from Manchester, England decide to go up to the Highlands for a stag party, and all proceed to have a good time, start cracking open the booze and everything like that. Except they pick the wrong time to do that because, well, you're not quite sure what's going on at first, but this thing like a corkscrew lands in the hill above their cottage. And of course, the super druggy alcoholic party animal goes up to take a look and suffers the consequences. We'll just put it that way, without spoiling anything for you. The characters, there's not too much depth to the characters. They're not super deep, but what this whole epic lacks in depth, it makes for it. One more time, what this whole epic lacks in depth, it makes up for in scope. And the whole thing takes place over the course of a year, and I really felt as if a year had passed when I read this book. Put it that way. So basically, this fungus is slowly taking over the planet. It's infecting humans and plants. And there's like these little bugs with 4 legs showing up to infect everything else. It really is a ripping yarn, I gotta say. It's basically like watching a drive-in movie with lots of action, lots of violence, and keeps you reading. You want to find out what happens next, which is really all that you can ask for from a book. So yeah, Ian Rob Wright was good enough to tell us once we were done that book, here's 6 more of my books for free. So I downloaded those books too. I'll try out his other works. But you could tell his influence is big time, from Stephen King to Dean Koonitz to, of course, is another author there, of course, whose name has escaped me. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I took a break in the middle because I just needed a break, read something else. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I highly recommend it if you want to read something that's not super deep, but will take you out of your head for a while. My favorite character in the whole thing, like I said, it features the north of England and Scotland as major locales. They're almost characters unto themselves. And hey, that's all the hook I need to start reading something. So Cameron ended up being my favorite character. And the one in here who has the biggest arc is Aaron Cartwright. I won't tell you what happens to him exactly, but he goes from being a nerdy introspective video game kid to, well, being a warrior who is maimed more than once during this whole thing. This whole spread takes place all over the world, and for the longest time you don't know what it is, whether it's man-made or extraterrestrial or what, but you get the sense that it's happening all over the world. But the main thrust of our action here is the Highlands of Scotland, Manchester. I think they only go as far as the Midlands of the United Kingdom before heading back up north again, and then ultimately back to Manchester, where the final confrontation takes place at Old Trafford. And let's face it, if you're a Mancunian, what could be better? But each time you thought that some character was dead, and by the way, Ian Rob Wright is not afraid of killing his characters off at all. Pretty brutal. But yeah, after a while, you're sort of like, I'm kind of glad I'm returning to my reality after all, because the fall of civilization is not a pretty place to visit. Let's just put it that way. I don't care how many I don't care how many cool special effects are happening. Um, yeah, I really enjoyed this. So give it a try if you feel like watching a drive-in inspired horror movie. And yeah. Anyway, now I'm in that book limbo. I don't know what to read next. Should I read should I read Sherlock Holmes? Should I read some nonfiction? I'm not quite sure what. But anyway, take care of yourselves and happy reading.